Richard's daughter. My grandmother passed away this weekend at 89 years old. I had the privilege of knowing her for more than a third of that time. Although we join here today in mourning, I hope we can also join in celebration of a long life lived very, very well. They don't make people quite like Grandma anymore. As a child of the Depression, born in September 1929, just a month before the stock market crash, she was smart, spunky, tough, resourceful, loyal, and loving. Grandma was also hardworking and practical. She didn't retire from her job at the town clerk's office until she was 80. She loved to remind me and my two sisters that as a child, she and her sister only got one dress in a year. And a few years ago, she was given a roasting pan for Christmas, which confused her since she already had a perfectly good one from her wedding in 1951. Grandma was a woman of God. She sang in this church's choir from the time she was 16 years old, a longevity I myself did not realize until reading her obituary. More important than any of this, though, they say, and I believe, that the greatest gift in life is to love and be loved in return. By this measure, Grandma's life was like Christmas morning. She was not effusive or over the top with praise, but she always found ways to show her deep love. She loved her parents and her siblings, Ron and Sylvia. The siblings remained close into adulthood. Sylvia has even been living close to Grandma at Pinehurst for the last few years. Grandma married my grandfather Phil in 1951, and they were married until his death in 1997. She has absolutely kept his memory alive since then, and the deep love they shared was evident. When I myself got married, at a bridal shower, guests were invited to write a piece of marital advice onto an index card. Hers simply read, "My wish for you is that your marriage is as happy as mine was." It is my deep wish today that she and Grandpa are finally reunited, happy, healthy, and youthful again. Grandma also adored her three sons, Philip, Craig, and my father, Richard. I have heard many stories from my dad that paint a portrait of a happy, nearly picturesque childhood, the kind of American dream us millennials imagine when we think about the 50s and 60s. The love they have shown her in return is inspiring. When I was growing up, every Sunday she would have us over for a huge meal, enough food for an army. Her cooking and baking were second to none, and if anyone knows the secret to her mashed potatoes, please share. I suspect a lot of butter was involved. All of her grandchildren have many happy memories of Sundays spent in Honeyway Falls, often with whatever new toys she found at a garage sale that week. Life was good. Grandma spent the last year of her life at Pinehurst. She was originally put on hospice a year ago, but kept managing to defy the odds as she did with various health concerns throughout her 80s. Like I said, she was a fighter. During this year, she was bedridden and sometimes non-responsive. Nonetheless, her boys visited her every single day. Pause to let that sink in. That is the meaning of true, steadfast love. One day I was visiting Grandma this spring when Philip and his husband Daryl stopped by. Daryl had purchased Grandma an entire wardrobe of brand new, brightly colored, beautiful clothes from Talbot's so that she was ready for the warm weather. As a mother myself, I can only pray that my children's upbringing engenders that level of love, care, and loyalty. In some of the last times I had with Grandma, I got to watch her enjoying my kids, her great-grandchildren, Henry and Emily. My daughter was born last March, and I didn't know if Grandma would live to meet her. Not only did she meet her, but she was able to hold her, watch her smile, sit up, crawl, and observe other milestones of that first year. I am acutely aware of how blessed I was to have had those times watching them together. When the person you love becomes a memory, that memory becomes a treasure. Those were just some of the treasures that Grandma left me with during the 32 years that we shared in this earth. And I am sure that within this room, we could weave a tapestry of memories, which I understand we will have the opportunity to do so momentarily. We appreciate each and every one of you being here today with me and my family to celebrate my grandmother and the wonderful life that she lived. Thank you.